Amy Thurman back again with part 5 of Self Love versus Soul Love. It has become obvious to me that either you all are seeing the lives more or you just like the lives more. So here I am again coming to you live with part 5 of Self Love versus Soul Love. Today I'm going to talk about another difference, how to know the difference, how to tell them apart, and what is another one of the differences that you can use to determine whether you're living in self love or soul love. And I'm going to try to make it short. Y'all know I like to carry on and just get excited about this. Before I do, though, I do want to tell you that I have decided to do a live event this Saturday. I'm thinking about 4:30 Central. It's going to be reflection where I mentioned to you, I don't know if it was in the last video or when, but that there is a process and that you have to quiet your mind and get really quiet and take some deep breaths and all of that. And so we're going to kind of do that. I'm just calling it a soul love reflection. And then I'm also going to be offering some emotion clearing, so releasing some trapped emotions, because that is a main hindrance to preventing us from living in soul love. Is, oh man, I could talk about this for a long time, so I'm going to try to keep it short. But our emotions, when we don't allow them to express themselves, they get trapped in our bodies and they kind of just gum up our emotional frequency system. And so we don't feel the emotions like we should. They don't flow as freely. And so I have the ability to release those trapped emotions. It's not a crazy thing. It's not something that's woo woo. It's not taboo. It's just something that, because I've been able to hone into living in soul love, it's something that I've just come to learn how to do. And I want to use it to help other people. And so this is part of my daily routine. Before I get out of bed every morning, I release my trapped emotions. And y'all, sometimes I have a lot of them that get stuck in there. Even though I live in soul love, I still have emotions that get trapped in there. And so I can imagine how many, if you're not living in soul love, how many you have that are trapped. So I'm going to be doing some of that on Saturday as well. I will be sending out invitations and just letting you know more about that. And it looks like my Wi-Fi is struggling, so I'm gonna I'm gonna take just a second and let it kind of clear up. Darn this Wi-Fi! I tell you, is anybody else having trouble with Wi-Fi? If you can even hear me, I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it looks like I've dropped down to 0. So there we go. Okay, I'm back. Am I back? Is my Wi-Fi back? Okay, so anyway, I have some Wi-Fi issues sometimes. So that's going to be Saturday. So you'll be seeing more about that. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in attending that. It's just going to be alive here, wherever you're watching this. It's going to be alive right here, that you can tune into. You don't have to be on camera. If you want to be on camera, I will have some options for that too. But let me know in the comments or send me a message if you're interested in knowing more about this live event I'm doing on Saturday. And I'm going to be giving you some practical tips and tricks to incorporate more self-love and soul love into your life. Okay, let's get into this. 3 minutes in already. Oh my gosh. Okay. So today what I want to talk to you about is another one of the differences in self-love versus soul love. This one today, self-love, is all about when you're living in self-love, true self-love, you're really just focusing on who you are right now, who you are today. I want to make it clear that it is very important to stay in the present moment. I'm not saying that that's bad. I'm saying that when you're living in self-love, that's really all you're focused on is where you are right now. You see what I'm saying? It's important to be present in the moment, but when you're in self-love, all you're focused on is where you are right now. When you're living in soul love, what your focus is on who you have the potential to become. Do you see the difference? Tell me in the comments. Do you see the difference? Who you're focusing on, right? Who you are right now, or who you have the potential to become. Darn, there goes my Wi-Fi again. Can y'all still hear me? Tell me, someone in the comments, if you can still hear me. I'm going to have to start hotspotting, I guess. I guess I'll keep going because I can see that people are watching. So hopefully you can still hear me. So it's either self-love, focusing on who you are right now and only working with and building the person that you are right now. And so that's who you're going to stay. I want this to be clear, that when you're focused on only on who you are right now, that's where you're going to stay. Like that's the only person that you're going to be the rest of your life. When you get into soul love and you start focusing on who you have the potential to be or to become, then you're focusing on the much bigger picture. You're opening up this whole world of what you could be, of what is possible for you to do and to become, and the number of people that you could potentially help if you open that up. But if you're just focused on who you are right now, that's never going to happen. And again, I want to make it clear that that's not a bad thing. If you're happy with and you love who you are now and where you are in the life that you have, that's amazing. Go with that. Continue in that. But if you're wanting to expand, you're wanting to expand who you are and your life and your ability to help other people, then it's soul love that you need. It's you need to get to that next step, which is soul love. And so that's another difference in shifting in the mindset from self-love to soul love. I'm going to look at my notes real quick because I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. I always get on here and just ramble, and then I forget to say what I meant to say. So I made some notes this time. Self-love says, I accept who I am right now, my imperfections and all. So self-love is a good thing. We need that, right? It's the step you have to get to before you can get to soul love. So self-love says, I accept who I am right now, my imperfections and all. But soul love says, I love and embrace who I am becoming, and I'm willing to take the steps needed to step into that person. And so you know what that means. If you're willing to take the steps needed to step into that person, what comes with that? Is that a comfortable feeling? Heck no, that's not comfortable. Growing is not a comfortable. If you want to expand and you want to become better and help more people, then it's necessary. For me, soul love meant stepping out of my comfort zone, taking a risk, doing things that felt downright terrifying because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know the outcome. I couldn't see beyond the step in front of me. Heck, sometimes I couldn't even see the step in front of me. And so for me, embracing soul love meant taking a risk and doing things that, like I said, that were downright terrifying, that I didn't know how they were going to work themselves out. But I trusted, which is something else I will talk about at some point, the issue of trust, or the importance of trust in this soul love. I trusted that this is who I'm supposed to become. So I'm trusting that it's going to work itself out and it's going to be what it's supposed to become. And so I just wanted to share that other difference with you today. I'm really trying to give you bite-sized pieces of the differences in self-love and soul love, and then also go a little bit deeper into self-love and a little bit deeper into soul love so that you can really have a nice foundation of what this looks like, what the differences are, and some steps to take to get you to, if you're not even living in self-love yet, which I told you earlier that's not bad. This is not good or bad. It just is. Okay. We're just going to allow it to be. Living in self-love yet, then the steps to take to get you there. If you already are living in self-love and you want to move up to soul love, the steps to take to get you there. And so that's what I want this to be practical. I want it to be informative and helpful. And I don't want it to cost you money. Like, I want you all to understand. Oh, I'm going to try not to go on a rant here because y'all, people are charging for all kinds of stuff out there. Like, oh my gosh, they're taking what they do and charging all kinds of money for it. And while I know that's important, while I know my coaches keep telling me you need to be charging for what you're doing, at the same time, I'm like, it just feels so yucky when I connect with someone and their message resonates with me. And then they're like, okay, well, it's going to cost you $9.97 to really get what you want. And I'm like, dang it, why does it always have to be that way? So I'm working through that to figure all that out. But I want you to know that this is not a sales pitch. Like, nothing that I'm doing is meant to draw you in so that you'll have to pay to get something. Okay. That's not my purpose. My purpose is sharing valuable information. And yes, I will have a program that you can take that you'll have to pay for. But I also want to give you valuable information and tools and tips that you can use in your daily life. Okay. So please know, I'm not trying to sell you something. That's not what this is about. If you know me, you know this is from my heart. And this is what I'm doing this because I love doing it. And darn it, there goes my Wi-Fi again. Okay, I'm gonna have to start hotspotting. Oh, so if you know me, you know my heart, and you know I'm doing this just because my love of helping other people and sharing what I've been through that has helped others. So I'm going to get off here because my Wi-Fi is darn it going in and out. So I'll share more information about the event on Saturday. Again, if you're interested in knowing more or attending that, please leave me a comment or send me a message, and I will get that information to you. Okay, thanks for being here. Please share this if you have found it helpful and think it will be helpful for others. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.